welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tamara, and today I am doing a DIY. I usually do something once or twice a year. I used to do a lot of crafts and things like that, and if you saw my she shed, you would know that I have a lot of supplies in there that I just haven't used. So instead of doing as many as I used to, I am trying to use what I have. In all honesty, I did buy a tub of these medium-sized Christmas ornaments, and I am going to make an arch. As you know, I went to Rogers Gardens, and that place is full of inspiration. So what I decided was, rather than spend a lot of money, I was going to try to recreate some of the things that I saw. And I'm going to create a magical iridescent archway leading from our family room into the kitchen. So I will take you through it step by step. I don't think it's going to be difficult, but then again, I haven't done it yet. So I think the most difficult part I have already accomplished, and that is getting the wire system that I need in order to do this archway. Now, I pictured a grid that would have been maybe 5 feet tall, 4 inches wide, the distance of my wall here. But my husband and I both searched all the places we could think of, and we searched everywhere. We couldn't find anything like that. But he did find this interesting corner wiring, like when they're putting in drywall into your house and they have a corner piece to make it a rounded bullnose. And so he picked up enough of that and cut it, and we attached it initially by using, the problem is we have a texture on the wall. So after a day of being in position and we thought, okay, it's ready, and we took the supports away, it all fell down. So that was not good. So he decided that he was going to make it a little more, well, I'll say permanent. It's not really permanent, but he put up these little, it's one tiny little nail, and then it hooks the wire into position. So we really are only going to have about 4 little tiny holes in the archway, 2 across the top and 1 on each side, to hold this bracket in place. Now, we did put some tinsel inside before we mounted the structure to the wall. We put some lights inside the wiring, and the wire on the lights are white and the bracket is white. He actually painted it white for me. It was silver, just like stuff comes from the hardware store, like chicken wire, which, speaking of chicken wire, you could use chicken wire. The problem with chicken wire is that you have to cut it to size, and it's very sharp and pokey, and I was just imagining blood everywhere, and I didn't want that. So he found this, and I think this is going to work, and it's actually more dimensional. And so if you have a wide enough area like I do, then it's fine. If you have a little hallway that you're trying to do this in, it might, it sticks out 2 or 3 inches. The other place that this would work fine would be along your doorway. You would mount this so that the peak sticks out, and then you could just put your garland, your ornaments around your doorway, and I think it would be really nice. So I'm going to decorate it today. Uh-oh, the mailman must be coming. Okay. They like to let me know. So anyway, lay out all of your ornaments so that you know what you're working with, and that gives you a better idea of how you can place them. Same thing goes with your lights. Make sure you have enough lights to cover the distance. I used a string of 100. And you don't have to put electrical. I just thought it might be fun at night to turn it on. But if you're doing this out on your doorway and you just want to make it festive as people drive by or come to your doorway with packages, then you wouldn't even need the lights. But I kind of like the little white lights peeking through. And then once I get the ornaments on, you may or may not even see the lights peeking through. So that's another thing. I haven't done it yet. Let's get started and we'll see how it turns out. So what I wound up doing is putting one whole tub across the entire archway, and then I'm going to add the other ornaments and then come back with the second tub of the iridescent bubbles. I'm going to use those to fill in any gaps or any areas that I think need to be filled in. So one whole tub did the entire archway, and it really looks super cute. I was thinking as I did it that it would be a great way to display your Christmas cards. Then I recalled, I don't get very many Christmas cards. Well, I think last year I got maybe 6 cards. So people just don't send cards anymore. And that's okay. I'm kind of liking this new decor for the archway. So let's go and get some of the other ornaments and fill in some of the gaps with those, because those are the ornaments I really wanted to use anyway. Okay, I'm down to my last hook, and that means that at this point I have hung 200 ornaments. So I'm going to hang this last little one, and I don't know if you noticed, but I dropped a couple, so it's a good idea to get the unbreakable, shatterproof, aka plastic ornaments. And after Christmas, they put those big tubs of ornaments on sale. So if you're thinking about doing one of these next year, that would be the time to stock up. So as I said, 200 ornaments, and I may go back and add a few more, but I'm going to add this last one, and then I've got to stand back and look at it. So I had to run out and get a couple of Christmas presents, and that's a good thing to take a little break when you're doing this, because it's a pretty big project. Again, that's why I think it's a great idea to have someone help you, or have the kids or the grandkids help you. But I do think if you had those picks that you can get at Michael's or Hobby Lobby with the little sticks on the end, you could poke them in. They would really make it more lush and take up more space. Now, mine is a certain look, bubbles, but if you had those picks with some gold or even red, it would really make this pop. And I would suggest that you put the ornaments on first and then come back in and stick the picks here and there. You can always adjust the ornaments around the picks too if you need to. So I think it's pretty easy to do. It's not that it's a fast thing, but it's pretty easy, and it's a wow factor. So if you had this around your front door, or if you had this, like I have it, in an entryway into an area where you're going to be having a party or something, I think it would be great. And wouldn't this be pretty to do this with black and gold and some silver, even a little bit, for New Year's Eve? Oh, that would be spectacular. So again, pretty easy, not a lot of money. The wire that my husband got was around, I think he said around $15 for that. I had most of the ornaments, and then I did buy these bubble ornaments, and I got a good deal on that. So pretty easy, pretty big wow factor. Really, this would be something that you could do for a birthday party. You could do it for an Easter celebration with all the pastel colors. You could still use these bubbles with pastels. Oh, it'd be so cute. So anyway, now I'm inspired for the rest of the year. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next Thursday. Take care. Bye-bye.